of cold weather. Now, what if they made this announcement before they Russia shut off the gas?
Hey, I just want to stop. Look at this minister's title.
Minister of Ecological Transition, basically Minister of Climate Change. That's what he is. That's what it really means.
We're back to Klaus Schwab in the World Economic Forum, and they're introducing a new system,
right?
A new business model, a new energy system. That's what they said yesterday in Europe. This is an emergency. We're going to have to introduce a new model for energy.
New policies.
So you have a minister in the government of an ecology transition.
Climate change. Now, he went on to say, if we can reduce the consumption of electricity and gas, we'll be able to survive the winter much better, including if the air temperature is lower than expected. If we cannot do this, then we may find ourselves in a situation where rationing is going to be the standard of the day, the minister said on the radio station France INTER. So, and now he's talking about rationing. Elizabeth Warren said, well, we want to avoid rationing if we possibly can.
But we are going to cut off the corporations.
Right.
We're going to shut down the factories. Does the factories, does that include food processing plants? Think about it.
It has an impact on everything.
Think about how many corporations are going to be idle this fall and winter in Europe. Where are they going to get their food? I mean, I cannot believe these politicians and bureaucrats are stupid.
They've seen this coming for years, Rick.
They've created.
We'll show you that later today.
They created this mess.
Now, it went on to say in that particular article from Interfax, the BFM TV notes that if France in general is ready for the winter in terms of gas reserves, then it may have problems with electricity if the winter period turns out to be colder than usual. So one way or the other, they've got a problem. It says that France is well prepared in the gas issue, but electricity is a big problem, the channel said in a statement. Now, it's noted that it is difficult to determine in advance how much energy France will need this winter, since it depends on how cold the winter will be. BFM TV indicates that there are 51 nuclear reactors in France, but 32 of them are currently suspended. The country used to be self-sufficient in electricity, but now it imports it.
Okay, just like the United States. Under Donald Trump, America was self-sufficient in energy. Under Biden, we're importing energy.
Right.
France used to be the leader in nuclear power. Look, I was always told that the experts in nuclear power were the French. That if you wanted to run a safe nuclear power system, a nuclear reactor, you needed to have the French involved. Right. The French did it best.
51 nuclear reactors in it's a country the size of France.
But Macron shut them down.
Right.
It's a deliberate decision, Doc. This is calculated. They have set the French people up for misery. Why? Because they're implementing a climate change reordering of the business model and the political model of Europe. This is World Economic Forum, Klaus Schwab, Great Reset in action. This is not by accident. Okay, you can't blame Putin for shutting down the nuclear power reactors. They did it.
And Germany did the same thing too. Germany shut down their nuclear reactors.
And what was the first thing that Biden did when he got in the White House? He stopped the Keystone Pipeline.
Right.
He stopped the drilling. Obama was shutting down power plants, coal-fired power plants. Obama, I don't know if that executive order, well, it was, I think, an EPA decree. They wanted to ban wood stoves in America.
Yeah, I remember that.
I don't know if Donald Trump rescinded that, but Obama planned to wipe out the sale of wood stoves in America.
Why?
This is all by deliberate decision. And the green communists are introducing a new business, a new political model, a new um, a new way of running the world, and it is nothing but centralized planning, extreme policies built on saving the planet from climate change, which has nothing to do with the climate. It's all about socialism.
Yes.
Central planning, taking control of factories, taking control of the way people live, eliminating cars, eliminating various devices, changing the lifestyle of billions of people because they decree that they're so intelligent and they're so special that they were born to rule over billions of people.
Right.
And even if it brings misery to the people, it doesn't matter because their agenda is greater than the people. And that's what we're witnessing right now. This is being played out in real time in front of our eyes, and there's going to be a lot of suffering in the world starting this fall. Get ready for it. I've been warning you all year to stockpile food and supplies, and we're down to the final weeks at this point. If you haven't taken me seriously all year, you're running out of time. Things are about to change, and it's going to be drastic. And don't think, well, I'm in America. It's not going to affect me here. Oh, yes, it is. Just watch. Let it go one more year.
Right. Just go to the grocery store and see if it's already affecting you. See what's happening now. And that's only the beginning. As we see these policies and these problems persist now through the fall and winter in Europe, it will impact us here. But we should have had a heads up on it because even The Economist earlier this year, this is May of 2022, the coming food catastrophe. Now, look at that cover there, Rick.
Who owns the Economist, Doc? The Rothschild family.
So they're headlining all their people saying, hey, here it is. Now make your changes, make your preparation based on the information that we're giving you.
Yes.
Because I guarantee you the Rothschilds are not going to go hungry this fall and winter,
No.
nor any of the elite in Europe. But because they've already made preparations. They've already made preparations for everyone else to suffer but them.
And that headline was in May.
That's in May of this year.
And most people didn't see it.
Right.
Only the people that read The Economist saw that headline, and they got the message. There's going to be a food catastrophe this year.
Right. So we've seen a lot of things happening in Europe over the past few weeks, and it's happening in a drip, drip, drip fashion. One story after another. And so the stories we're going to share with you over the next few minutes, these are just in the past several days. Once again, all grouped together, the same basic information. Shortages coming in chemicals, metals, fertilizers, all happening, all these stories popping up just within a few days of each other. So to start us off, this is from Euroactiv outlet, and so it's saying a leading Slovak aluminum factory, and they misspelled aluminum on there in their title, the Rick, but it's shutting down amid record electricity prices. That's the important part of the story right there. So aluminum factories in Europe now are having to cut back or completely shut down because they can't afford the electricity rates even now, much less going into the fall and winter.
Doc, I came on one article today that mentioned the shutdown of factories in Europe. And so I started going down that trail.
Right.
And I couldn't believe what I was finding. And this is what Doc and I are going to show you here. And by the way, again, if you're watching on the Word Network, we have to sign off in about less than 4 minutes. But you can always go over to truenews.com and watch the rest of the program. So we got this first story that
Right.
Doc just showed you.
So aluminum producer Slovalco will halt production until electricity prices reach affordable levels after the government refused to compensate for rising expenses. So that's in Slovakia. All right. So now
But we're
let's go.
talking aluminum, all right? You're going to see how this is starting to affect the entire world.
Right. Aluminum, one of the most available metals in the whole world, and they can't afford to process it. All right. So let's go to the next.